Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the Toys R Us exclusive DC Universe Classics Lex Luthor, the Criminal Mastermind, versus Masters of the Universe Classics Skeletor, the Evil Lord of Destruction. Of course, this set is brand spanking new. Just found mine at Toys R Us today. There are two sets of figures in this DC Universe versus Masters of the Universe, the other one being Superman versus He-Man. Unfortunately, when I got to my Toys R Us, this was the only one left. The only one, literally. This was the last one on the shelf. So, unfortunate, but with them showing up, I'm sure the other ones will be in soon. Of course, the main reason I bought this pack is this is the first time the Masters in the Universe Classics are showing up in stores instead of being just, online exclusives. Of course, this Lex Luthor is the exact same version we got in the Kryptonite Chaos Lex Luthor Supergirl 2-pack. He even comes with the same 4 chunks of kryptonite as you can see down here on the side of the packaging. And not even that, I could have even justified buying this guy again if they just gave us the kryptonite gun. But they don't. Same old Lex Luthor that they just released. Can't help feeling a little disappointed. Of course, like I said, he comes with his 4 pieces of kryptonite. And Skeletor, also a little disappointing. I assumed that when we were getting the same figure, we'd be getting the same accessories, but he comes with a yellow sword, and that looks like it's it. I don't see any other accessories in the packaging. Of course, the online versions come with like a staff, and I believe it's 2 swords. Like I said, I've never messed with one. But this packaging is phenomenal. I really love it. Of course, you got the DC Universe over here, and the Skeletor. You can see Snake Mountain in the background of the packaging there. Of course, over here you have a picture of Lex. Over here, a picture of Skeletor on the back of the packaging. Of course, over here you have Masters of the Universe Classics Skeletor, Evil Lord of Destruction, real name Keldor. And it says, mortally wounded in a battle with his half-brother Captain Randor, Keldor turned to his dark arts master Hordak to save his life. Merging Keldor with the extra-dimensional being called Demo Man, Keldor was forever changed into Skeletor, Overlord of Evil. He gathered together many of Eternia's greatest outcasts and evil warriors in his quest to gain entry into Castle Grayskull, and obtain what he believes is the universe's ultimate power source. Of course, over here to Lex Luthor, it says, Bio, Lex Luthor, Criminal Mastermind, real name Alexander Joseph Luthor. It says, as a super-intelligent teenager, Lex Luthor idolized Superboy. While working on a cure for Superboy's weakness to kryptonite, one of Luthor's lab experiments went awry. This caused irreparable damage to his psyche, as well as the permanent loss of his hair. Luthor blames Superman for this accident and has tried many times to destroy him. Concocting numerous schemes and weapons, Superman overcame all of Luthor's plots, and Luthor's failures only served to magnify his hatred of Superman. So, a very different looking Lex Luthor armor on the back of the box than what's actually in packaging. So, yeah, like I said, kind of upset I had to rebuy this guy just to get at my Skeletor, but oh well, that's a price I'm willing to pay. And also in this set you come with a life-size Masters of the Universe comic book, life-size, actual size, which I don't see in the packaging. I believe it's back here behind. Yeah, it looks like it's the snake behind Snake Mountain. It's like the comic book looks like it's just laying over the top of Snake Mountain. So, that being said, let's pull these bad boys out of packaging. And here we have Lex Luthor out of packaging. And also, just so everyone's sure, here is Kryptonite Chaos Lex Luthor. And as you can see, absolutely no difference. Well, actually, there is one difference. The Masters of the Universe 2-pack Lex Luthor is incredibly stiff. I've been working his joints around for quite some time now, and he has loosened up a bit, but I mean, there's still some very tight movement in these arms. I'm not going to go incredibly in-depth, seeing as I've already covered the exact same figure. He's got some pretty impressive articulation, being first issue from the DC Superheroes wave. Of course, knee joint, foot joint, spins of the leg, torso, head joint, although it's a little difficult to get to, and full range of articulation on the arms. So get a quick 360 of him. Of course, I had him holding his green and blue chunk of kryptonite. Once again, he does come with a gold and red piece, or orange. So, that being said, you know, exact same figure, although this guy is a little bit stiffer. Once again, if they would have just thrown in the kryptonite gun, which they're already putting in the Superman Brainiac 2-pack, I wouldn't have even minded getting this guy again, but they didn't. So, you know, it's not a bad figure by any means. So I'm actually going to put the link to my Kryptonite Chaos 2-pack in the sidebar where I go a little bit more in-depth on this figure. So if you really want to know more about him, go there, check him out. Once again, he's not a bad figure. I guess I just I guess I'll just stick him on eBay since I've already got one. But that being said, let's go on to the real reason I bought this set, which is the Skeletor. And here we have Skeletor out of packaging. Now, one thing that I really wasn't aware of when they started reissuing these figures, because somebody did say, hey, did you see the new Masters of the Universe? Was the fact that these are much bigger than the original figures, and just so everyone can see that, I'm going to bring in the 2002, or somewhere around in there, the remake series Skeletor. As you can see there, this Skeletor is actually even bigger than this guy. So, very nice, a very big figure. Actually, he's even a bit bigger than Lex. Actually, Lex is kind of bow-legged here, but yeah, he's still bigger than Lex, impressively. So, very nice as far as size. That's definitely a plus in my opinion. Of course, the only accessory he came with was his sword. Oh, I was also mistaken. I said that the only difference between this and the online pack is that the accessories he comes with. Apparently, there's some minor paint details that are different. Once again, I can't tell you where. I haven't picked up the figure. Unfortunately, his sword came a little bent, so that's unfortunate. But oh well, it's nothing that can't be fixed with a little TLC. So let's leave that out of his hand for now, and let's actually get him standing and pick the camera up really quick. As you can see, they really up the detail while staying true to the original, which is really nice. I'm really digging what they did here. Of course, onto articulation, which is another place this figure shines. Head does 360 degrees, goes up and down. Also, arm goes up and out. Of course, a little hindered by his shoulder pads, but not by much. Swivels, elbow joint, and wrist joint. Same for both arms. Of course, legs go forward, go out, although a tiny bit stiffened going out. Knee joint, and very stiff, but it still does have an ankle joint. I'm actually kind of glad the ankle joints are stiff. That makes posing him a lot easier. Also, he has some minor waist art. Well, actually, it's a little stiff, but looks like he's got 360 degrees at the waist. He's also got a very nice abdomen joint, as you can see there. Of course, also you can take his sword and just kind of put it through this loop back here if you want to. So, I've got to say, I really didn't know what to expect going into this line. Because I heard, I collected some of the 2000 figures, or somewhere around in there, where they had just reissued the old ones, or ones similar to the old ones. And, so I really didn't know what we were going to get. I've got to say, this guy has definitely made me want more. I'm definitely going to be eagerly searching for the He-Man pack, although, I'm going to be looking into other figures online as well. I will say this, though, if they were going to go ahead and, change out the weapons, maybe change out the paint, and only give us one accessory, I think maybe an open hand for Skeletor would have been a nicer touch. But that being said, let's go to a final thoughts on this set. And here we have them both out of packaging, and real quick, the Masters of the Universe comic book it came with. There's actually just another picture of Snake Mountain laying over the top that you pulled off of it. Of course, on the back you have MattyCollector.com, and Superman actually does show up in this comic, so that's interesting. I didn't know they were actually basing this off an arc. It makes me wonder if we're going to get more of the characters, more of these 2-packs. I certainly hope so. But not much to say there. It's an older comic, but it's nice that we get a reprint. So, this set will run you $30. Now, I said in my Kryptonite Chaos 2-pack, I'm a little upset because the DC Universe 2-packs were running 20 bucks. All of a sudden, the price gets jacked up 10 bucks. I'm a little more forgiving with this because we get a brand new figure that was previously unavailable. And online, the Skeletor, I don't know which release it is. I know they've released some of the figures 2 or 3 times. Will run you about $30 to $35, max $40 after shipping. So, I've got to say, this is a nice figure to have. I don't know if I'm sure anyone who's dying to have him got the figure offline by now, but if you see this pack in stores, $30 price tag, it's not really steep seeing as you get a new guy. I would actually really recommend this package. Only gripes is that we get the same Lex Luthor that we just got. Maybe if he'd been out for a while, I'd be a little more forgiving, but really, we're talking space of a month they released this figure twice. Skeletor's definitely great. Only way to get this guy, besides, in stores. And that being said, this is J-Train saying I'll see you soon, YouTube.